High school football. This evening's game comes to you from Alumni Field. It's a freshman action this evening at Alumni. It's Rutland High, and they're entertaining the Middlebury Tigers this evening. It's a beautiful late summer evening here at Alumni Field in Rutland. And Mark Carboneau will do the play-by-play, and we have Jeff Dodds on the camera this evening for Channel 15. So we're scanning the sidelines. And the Raiders look sharp there. They got the white pants with the red jerseys and the white numerals. And the Tigers, always a sharp-looking outfit at the opposite side of the field. We have the black pants with the white jerseys and the orange numerals, the black stripes. So we're looking for a good ball game. Always a good ball game. Always very competitive between the two schools, no matter what level they're playing at. So we're looking for plenty of action this evening from Alumni, and we'll be back for the start of this evening's game in about 5 minutes. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school football. Tonight it's freshman action from Alumni Field. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds on the camera, and it's the Raiders and the Tigers this evening from Alumni after a beautiful sunshine-filled day here in the Rutland area, and we're ready for some football. It's our first telecast of the season, and we hope to have a few more for you on the freshman side of things, and maybe if we get lucky, we can squeak in a couple of JV games on top of that. Depends on when Jeffrey's hockey starts, but that'll be down the road. It's the Raiders and the Tigers, and the Raiders are receiving the kickoff, taken by number 22 of the Raiders, Nate Swan. And Swan on a nice return, gets it up close to the Raider 45. So on the return was Swan. On the tackle, it looked to be 22, Carla Duke for the Tigers. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Raiders will go to work at about their 44-yard line. As we have Mr. Battles running the clock up here at Alumni this evening. 1st and 10. Ball at the 44, 11:52, just underway freshman football. Up over the football here for the Raiders. We're going to try to get his number. Looks like 64. That would be Steven Sheridan, the Raider center. Or actually, it's number 60. Corey Heck is the Raider center. Up over the football, number 5, the quarterback is Troy Davin. The handoff went to 42, Christopher Parker. So Parker on the carry for the Raiders. Gets it up over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and about 8 to go for the Raiders. 2nd down and 8. The ball at the Raider 47-yard line. 11:29 left, opening quarter here. Raiders operating out of the I formation, the pitch back. That's 23, Jonathan Sullivan. He's got some room, takes it into Tiger territory, and he gets it into about the 35 of Middlebury, and that was number 23 for the Raiders, Jonathan Sullivan on the carry. So the first series here for the Raiders looking rather sharp here. First game of the season for both schools. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They have the ball in Middlebury territory at the Tiger 36-yard line. 11:04 left, first quarter. Number 5, Troy Davin, barks him out. And the pitch this time goes to 15. That's Paulima. And Paulima's going to be stacked up as he, not much on that play. He may have lost a yard or two, actually. So the Raiders stand on the ground, and they moved them back to the 38 now. So a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 now for the Raiders. So that was Justin Paulima on the carry for Rutland. A couple of wideouts out here. We got 89 out there. That's Mike McMahon to the near side. Whoop, we got a little mix-up in the backfield and nothing doing there. On the Sullivan was the ball carrier, and the Tigers stacked him up pretty good. as they lost some yardage on that play. Again, first ball game of the season. You got to get the kinks worked out, and bound to be some mistakes today, but that's what these games are for. 3rd down and 13 now. The ball at the 39. The Raiders go in the opposite direction here in the last couple of plays. So it's a 3rd and 13. The ball at the Tiger 39-yard line. 9:34 left, first quarter of play. Davin barks him out, drops. Now he's going to take it himself. Inside the 40, inside the 35. Nice little run by Davin. And let's see, he got a few of those yards back. He gets it back. It's going to bring up a 4th, and it's not going to be 13. Ball will be at the Tiger 34-yard line. 4th and 8 for the Raiders. Back deep for the Tigers. Let's see, that's number 15, Dane Lillestrand. And now he comes up close. He started to go back deep. Back there with him is 35, Ryan Foley. And Davin's in trouble. We don't know what happened there, but Davin goes down. The Tigers look like number 82 on the stop. Peyton Hobbs making the stop on Troy Davin. So the ball will go back over, or will go over to the Tigers. It'll be their first series here in the opening quarter. 8:40 left. And the Tigers will go to work, 1st and 10. At their own 43-yard line. Quarterback for Middlebury, James Cobb, number 12. Full house backfield behind Cobb. And second man through, 14 on the carry. 75, 14 is... Oh, boy, they did it to me this year. I got a number 14. I don't have a name for number 14 for the Tigers unless it's, well, there's 2 15, so maybe one of those fellas is either Dane Lillestrand or Brian Ashley Selleck. We'll get that figured out, hopefully, by the end of the first quarter or first half. On the stop for the Raiders was 75, Alexander Snyder on the tackle. So the gain was 3. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers now. Is the handoff, first man through, and nice tackle by 46 for the Raiders. On the carry was 24 on the carry. 22 LeDuc on the carry looked like. 46 on the tackle was Matt Hoffman for the Raiders coming up to make the stop. It brings up a 3rd down and 1 now for Middlebury as they have the ball inside the Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Handoff, and going through the pile there in the, let's see, who was that? 44, Jeff, on that carry. That was Kelly Bouchard for the Tigers. So Bouchard on the carry. It's 4th down and inches for the Tigers. 6:53 left here, opening quarter. Freshman football this evening on Channel 15 at Alumni. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds on the camera this evening. So the Tigers now going for it here. 4th and inches, big play in the opening quarter. Cobb barks them out, and first man through. They do pick up the first down. It's a first down for the Tigers. Boy, those it's tough to see. 26 on the carry, and I don't have a 26 on the roster. Well, it happens every year. So we got number 20. Oh, here we go. It's I'm sorry. That's Caden Odell. So Odell on the carry picks up the Tiger first down. So 1st and 10, and the Tigers are in business here in the early going. The keeper is by Cobb, stretches it out. Still going, nice pickup. Coming up to make the tackle for the Raiders, 45, Sean Sullivan. Finally stops Cobb on the quarterback keeper, but it's not until Cobb gets the football deeper in the Raider territory. as he has it inside the, what they're going to call it, the 26. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they'll have the football at the Raider 26-yard line. That was a good open field tackle by Sean Sullivan, though, for the Raiders. A nice open field tackle by him, and finally to bring Cobb down here. So here we go. Tigers are in business, 1st and 10. And the handoff goes to number 14. And I can't tell you who it is because I don't have a 14 on my roster. I think I've been doing this probably 15 or so years, and every year where this happens to me at least one game. But it's early, and it's probably because there's 2 number 15s on there. So we'll try to get that straightened out. But at any rate, there was a 2-yard gain. It's a 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. The ball at the Raider 24-yard line. 5:09 left, first quarter of action. James Cobb, Middlebury quarterback, handoff to 14. He's got to figure 14 is going to see plenty of action this afternoon. Coming up to make the stop for the Raiders, number 34, and that's Tim Engler. Tim J. Engler. So I wonder if they call him TJ. TJ Engler. We'll give the tackle to Mr. Engler for the Raiders. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6 now for the Tigers. 3rd down and 6. The ball at the Raider 22. And 4:28 left. Clock is running here at Alumni. Got a wide out to the near side. That's Tyler Barber for the Tigers. Cobb. Now he drops it back, looking for somebody down here. He's got him. And the pass is complete. Finally knocked out of bounds. He would try to get the number across the way. It looked like 82 on the reception. And that's Peyton Hobbs. So Peyton Hobbs makes the reception for the Tigers. And they've got it 1st and goal here from the Raiders 6-yard line. And I didn't catch the Raider that made the tackle on. Did you catch that, Jeff? No, okay. At any rate, the Tigers have a drive going here. The Raiders had a good drive going. They got stopped. The Middlebury defense stiffened. And the Tigers, nice control-style drive here. They've been able to run some time off the clock, and it's a 1st and goal. Actually, the ball is at the 1. So 1st and goal for Cobb and company here. The handoff, they got Cobb, but he handed the ball off. And it is a touchdown. So it's a touchdown for the Tigers. They're on the board first. And it was that mysterious number 14 getting into the end zone for the score. So the Raiders draw, or the Tigers draw first blood. They're on the board 6-0 with 4:04 left here in the first quarter. So with 4 minutes and 4 seconds, the Tigers get on the board 6-0, and now they'll line up for the. Looks like they're going to go for the 2 points here. And looking over to the sidelines to get some. Oh, wait, last second instructions. Now we're set to go. This will be for the 2 points as Cobb barks them out. There's the pitch back. Trying to get in. Number 5 comes up. Davin has him and finishes him off. Was number 15, Justin Paulima. So Paulima and Davin come up to thwart the 2-point attempt. Both teams come back up the field. It's the Tigers 6 and the Raiders nothing. We'll be back. Okay. All right, back at Alumni, and with 4:04 left in the first quarter of play, the Middlebury Tigers on the board as they draw first blood here at Alumni. They have a 6-0 lead over the Rutland Raiders. It's freshman football this evening on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds on the camera. And we're happy to bring I got a feeling, though, Jeff, that this is going to be a good ball game tonight. I can see some players out there that are stepping up here, first game of the season, and then obviously they want to show the coaches what they're made of. There's Davin, gets the on the return, and Davin makes a nice return out of that. That's Troy Davin on the return for the Raiders, gets it up close to the 40-yard line. So both on both drives, this is a Raiders' second series, but on the first series, they were able to get the ball into Tiger territory, and by keeping the ball on the ground, and then finally the Tiger defense stiffened, and they put a nice drive together. Ate up the clock, worth about 3 or 4 minutes, and they're on the board. 6-0, Tigers on top here from Alumni. 89 for the Raiders. Out to the other side, the far side is McMahon. As Davin has trouble with the handle, got it back. It's still Raider football. On the near side lining up here was 22, the other wide out, and that was Nate Swan. So you got Swan and McMahon as the wide outs. 75 in there is Andrew Snyder for the Raiders. Get some of these linemen in there because they don't always. 74 is Andrew Borkowski. And a lot of times they don't get their names called out that often, so we want to get as many as we can here. And I've always done that through the years. Here's the handoff, and busting up through them, still going, is 23, Jonathan Sullivan for the Raiders. So a nice run by Sullivan out there as Jonathan gets it up to the Raider 45. So the Raiders looking for a 3rd and 12, or no, actually it's going to be shorter than that. It's going to be 3rd and 5, and the ball on the 45-yard line. And we've got 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Quick quarter here so far. Here we go. 3rd and 5, ball at the 45, and Davin, the quarterback. On the keeper, Davin, across the 45, up to the 50. Nice play. Second effort, got him there. And nice second effort by Troy Davin. Picks up the Raider first down. On the tackle was 22, Carlo Duke for the Tigers. But not before Davin was able to pick up the first down for the Raiders. So it's 1st and 10. The Raiders once again in Tiger territory with 2:18 left on the clock, first quarter. Up over the football, number 60, Corey Heck, the Raiders center. 66 on the line, that's Scott Bova. Got a man in motion as Swan is in motion. Handoff, this is Sullivan, right up the gut. Nice play by Sullivan. Jonathan on the carry gets it inside the 45 to about the 42. So let's see, was that enough for another first down? No, he comes up a couple yards short. So it's a 2nd down. And that's 2. That's a long 2 to go for the Raiders here. 1:28 left here, opening quarter. Troy Davin, Raider quarterback. A couple of setbacks behind him. It's Chris Parker. And a handoff, second man through. Sullivan changes direction, picks up the Raider first down. There is a fumble, but I believe the play was whistled dead. So it is a Raider first down with just about 1:01 left here in the first quarter. So the Raiders do pick up a first drive. They got a nice drive going here now. They can continue on and pick up the touchdown, get the touchdown. We're under a minute here. 91 coming off. That's Scott Terrio just coming off the field for the Raiders. Davin barks him out. First man through. And Parker on the carry. 26 coming up for, that was Odell for the Tigers. Caden Odell coming up to make the stop for Middlebury as we got about 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. And they may just let the clock run out on this one and then just get into the second quarter of play. Let's see. Well, maybe they'll pull it off here. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to get the play off here. Davin barks him out. Got a man in motion. And they're not going to do it. So that'll put an end to the first quarter of play here from Alumni. After 1 quarter of play, it's the Middlebury Tigers 6 and the Rutland Raiders nothing. You'll know because it'll, see? All right. All right, we're back in Alumni, ready for second quarter action. Entertaining first quarter, opening contest of the freshman football season between the Middlebury Tigers and the Rutland Raiders. Ready to go here. The Raiders have the football. They're looking at a 2nd down and 8, and they have the football at the Tiger 43-yard line. So they got a nice drive going here. They had a rather nice drive going earlier in that first quarter, and the Tigers stepped it up on defense, were able to make the stop, came back, put a nice drive together of their own, and they punched it in for 6 points. So that's where we are right now, 6-0 Tigers and the Raiders. And we got a fumble, and the Tigers have recovered. So we had, I think we had a change in quarterbacks there also, Jeff. We had Kyle Semersky had come in at quarterback. We had Detroit Davin at quarterback through that first quarter. And the Raiders turned the ball over. At any rate, it'll be Middlebury football. They'll have it at the 40-yard line. And that's where they'll spot it. So they'll have it at their own 40. It'll be 1st and 10 with 11:55 left here. Second quarter of play. And the quarterback has been for the Cobb has been the quarterback. Let's see if they stay with him down here. Is that 12, Jeff? Number 12? Oh, we got movement along the line. 15, actually. I'm glad we got the whistle so I can see who that quarterback is. So we don't know whether it's Lillistran or Brian Ashley Selleck, but it's there's 2 number 15s on the roster. So it was an offsides call against the Tigers. We could see that just as plain as day, as there was some movement along that offensive line for the Tigers. So it'll bring up a 1st and 15 now for Middlebury. And the ball at the 35-yard line. So a loss of 5 on the play. 11:27 left here, second quarter. And they'll try it again. Like I said, there's 2 15s on the roster. There's the fake. Now he's going to keep it. Boy, he's got some room down the sidelines. And finally they're going to have him. Not before he gets inside Raider territory, coming up to make the stop. 46, Matt Hoffman was in there on the stop for the Raiders. So it'll be a 1st and 10, though, for the Tigers. They'll have the football inside Raider territory at just about the 35-yard line with 11:10 left here, second quarter. Raiders always a ball control team, no matter whether they're at the freshman level, JVs, or varsity. Always ball control. That's the way their offense runs. So we have a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Raiders. Second man through gets the carry. Number 41, and that's Gus Biederman. So Biederman on the carry for the Tigers. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, and I'm waiting for my clock man over there, Mr. Battles. Ball at the 29. 2nd down and 4 now for the Tigers. Another drive going here as the Tigers keep it on the ground. And it's either Lillistran or Ashley Selleck at the quarterback helm. Second man through. That's Biederman again. And dropped by a host of Raiders. Let's see. Smirsky was down there on the, looked like Kyle Smirsky, and not sure who else was in on that tackle for the Raiders. So it'll be a second. Now it'll be a, they haven't moved the change yet. Let's see. 2nd down. No, they're going to, it's either going to be, we're going to let the officials measure this here and see what we got. Well, Batts has already changed it to 1st and 10, but we'll see. It looks pretty close. It looks like they had it. Tigers on top, 6-0. Second quarter of action. We'll focus in there, and Jeff will see if that's in fact a 1st down. They're getting the chains marked here. I think they got it. Yeah, it looks pretty close, doesn't it? Any part of that ball? Yeah, they got it. Okay. I don't think it was any doubt. Mr. Battle is a clairvoyant. He already knew they had it. 1st and 10. And the Tigers will have the football at the Raider 25-yard line. As we have 10 minutes exactly left here in the second quarter play from Alumni. It's a freshman football this evening on Channel 15. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you 2 or 3 more of these home contests for the Raider freshmen this year. Looking forward to it. All right, the Middlebury quarterback barks him out. He's got a single setback. And there's the handoff. Nothing doing there. 74. And that's Andrew Borkowski right there to make the stop. Borkowski, nice job defensively there for the Raiders. Gets the stop on the Tiger ball carrier. And it'll bring up a second down now. 2nd and 10, no gain on the play. $9:10 left here, second quarter of action. Let's see, we got a wide out on, I can't quite make out his number here on the near side. Looks like 82, Peyton Hobbs. And yeah, Borkowski again. 2 stops, look at that. Andrew Borkowski making the stop for the Raiders, big number 74. And so that'll put the Tigers in a hole here, 3rd down. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 12 now, a loss of 2 on the play. And the Tigers have the ball at the Raider 28. So they got it to the 25 in the last 2 plays. Andrew Borkowski coming up big for the Raider defense as he makes the stop. That time on the Middlebury quarterback. Here we go again. And quarterback still has the ball. Looking, and incomplete. Off the fingertips down there. The intended receiver was, in fact, Hobbs. Peyton Hobbs was the intended receiver for the Tigers. And it goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. So it'll bring up a 4th down now, 4th and 12 for the Tigers. So a nice defensive stand at this point after the turnover. The Raiders lost the football, gave it back to the Tigers in the first 2 or 3 plays. The Tigers looked like they were going to move in for an easy score. Now the Raider defense is stiffened. 4th and 12, they're going to go for it. We got whistles, and the play is dead. Big number 75 chasing the play. Alexander Snyder had a beat on the ball carrier. We got a whistle and a, let's see what the call is here. There was a flag down. I believe it's against the no, so the officials weren't set, or the ball wasn't set, whatever. Anyway, it goes against the Tigers. It's 5 yards. Dead ball encroachment call against the Tigers. Somebody jumped a little bit too quick there. And again, the first ball game of the season, you're going to have some mistakes like that. At this level, that's what it's all about. 4th and 17 now, and the Tigers going for it. Full house backfield. Here's Tiger quarterback barking them out. Snap, and it's a keeper looking to pass. Got some pressure down there, and he finally throws it out of bounds. Borkowski was coming. We got a late flag, and that should be intentional grounding against the Middlebury quarterback, as there basically was no receiver, and he just basically was under pressure and just threw it away. So that'll be intentional grounding against the Tigers. Borkowski was bearing down on the Tiger quarterback along with 75 Snyder for the Raiders. So the defense done a nice job the last 3 or 4 plays. So they'll mark this one illegal forward pass. So it'll be Raiders football. They'll have it 1st and 10. So they're going to be in great shape here. The Raiders have the football back. 7:47 left in the second quarter of play. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at about the 38-yard line. Their own 38. So here we go. And at the, let's see, quarterback helm, Kyle Smirsky is the Quarterback in there now for the Raiders. Couple of setbacks behind. We'll get the, if anybody else is in there that hasn't been. That's pitch back, nothing doing there. They had it snuffed out. On the carry was Sullivan. But coming up to make the play was, what was that, Jeff? 22 Carl Duke for Middlebury that came up and made the play. It looked like he had him. So they no gain on the play. And the ball at the loss of 2 on the play. Actually, 2nd down and 12. The ball at the Raider 34-yard line. 7-12 left in the second quarter play. Kyle Samersky now at quarterback for the Raiders. Pitches to Davin, who now goes to the backfield, and there was a flag on the play, so they'll be bringing this one back. We'll see what the call is on this one. I think somebody left early or someone wasn't set. So, well, let's see. We got Kyle Samersky, number 12, the Raider quarterback in there now, as Troy Davin, who was at the quarterback position, has switched to the backfield now, number 5 for the Raiders. Also in that Raider backfield is Jonathan Sullivan. The Sullivan's done a good job this afternoon. Couple of nice runs by Jonathan Sullivan. So we got a procedure call against the Raiders. So the Tigers will decline the penalty, and it'll bring up a 3rd down now. So it's a 3rd and 13, 3rd and about 13 for the Raiders. 6:59 left here, second quarter of action. 6-0. Tigers on top. Smirsky drops it back. He's got a man down. He's got some pressure. Gets away from it and gets it back over the 35 to about the 36. So we made a nice play out of basically nothing there. He was looking for a receiver and was able to get a few yards out of the play. So it's gonna bring up a 4th down, and in the kick for the Raiders, Nate Swan, number 22. Back deep for the Tigers, 39, is Devin Bradford. And I'm not, oh boy, I can't see the other fellow's number here from this angle. But Bradford is back there. We'll get the other fellow here. And in the kick for the Raiders is Swan, number 22. We got a whistle. And we got a timeout called. Timeout Raiders, and we'll be back. Record. All right, back at Alumni awaiting the punt by Nate Swan, number 22 for the Raiders. Swan gets it away. Watch it, watch it. Wow. That's poison. You don't want to get anywhere near that, but they'll learn. Well, it'll be Middlebury football, as they'll have the ball at the where are they going to mark it here? Right about the 45, we'll call it. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 5:50 left here in the second quarter of play, and they'll have the football at their own 44-yard line. And they do have the lead, 6-0. I'm not sure who that. Whoop, we got a fumble, but the quarterback picks it back up, advances it across the 45. Got it to about the 47. Number 12 back in there, and that would be James Cobb. So Cobb is back in as the Middlebury quarterback. 14 checks in, but I'm not sure which. Well, again, we don't have 14, so. Two 15s. We'll have to check into that at halftime, see what's going on with that. 4:55 left here, second quarter of play. It brings up a 2nd and 8. It was a gain of 2 on the play. So 2nd and 8 for the Tigers, and the ball at their own 43, or 47, I believe. Still going, and on the tackle was 12, And the ball carrier was 32 for Middlebury. 32, Alex Bowdish. So Bowdish on the carry. Samirsky got the tackle for the Raiders, number 12. Kyle on the defensive end of things, making a nice play on the tackle. So it will be a 3rd and 2 now for Middlebury. They have a 3rd down and 2. 4:10 left in the quarter, second quarter of action. Handoff. There goes number 14 through the line, and he's got enough for a 1st down. On the tackle was 23, Sullivan, and I believe 31 was in there also, Sarnowski, Daryl Sarnowski. So Sarnowski in there with the tackle, along with Sullivan on the defensive side of things. Number 70 coming off for the Raiders, Garrett Anderson. Out for this play. Fumble, picked back up, but the knee went down at the same time, so the ball was dead. Went down, picked up the football, but the knee hit the ground at the same time, and that blows the play dead. So it'll bring up, it was basically no gain on the play. And the Tigers have the football at the Raider 44-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 3:18 left here, second quarter of action. Freshman football this evening on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds on the camera. Got a man in motion for the Tigers. And he gets the ball and he's tackled. 42 on the defensive side of things. Chris Parker comes up to make the nice stop for the Raiders. And that'll be a loss on the play. Dropped him back about the 50-yard line. On the carry was Kelly Bouchard for the Tigers. Well, Parker came up to make a nice tackle. And it brings up a 3rd and 16. The ball right at midfield here with 2:30 left. Second quarter of action. Barking them out. Cobbs. And the handoff still going. Number 32, Alex Bowdish. And 45 coming up to make the stop for the Raiders, Sean Sullivan. Jonathan Sullivan, 23, and Sean Sullivan, number 45. Back deep for the Raiders, 22, Nate Swan, along with number 5, Troy Davin. So Davin and Swan back deep for the Raiders, and the Raiders are going to call a timeout. 1:47 left, Tigers on top, 6-0. We'll be back. There's the kick, and back there's Davin. Got some running room. Davin takes it to the outside, and they're going to have him. Boy, I thought he could get around the corner there. He almost just about made the corner, and they had him across the way. And I believe it was 22. It looked like Leduc again coming up to make the stop. Leduc has made some good tackles this afternoon or this evening for the Tigers. Number 22, Carl Leduc for Middlebury, puts the stop on Troy Davin of the Raiders. So Raiders will have it 1st and 10, and they're going to have the football at their own 35-yard line. 1:37 left here in the second quarter of play. Corey Heck, number 60. There's your Raider center up over the football. Let's see, is Kyle Smirsky, number 12, the quarterback, drops back, fires. Oh, we had a man cutting across. The intended receiver was Mike McMahon, number 89. As McMahon, the intended receiver. Number 30 checks in now. Tyler Ballard in for the Raiders. As number 34 checks out, and that would be Tim Engler. So Ballard in, number 30. Got a wide out on the near side, which is McMahon, 89. As it brings up a 2nd and 10 now. Smirsky barks him out. Second man through. Sullivan makes a nice cut. Still going. Still. And Sullivan with the nifty run as he gets the ball into Tiger territory at about, it was inside the 40. We'll call it the 39. So number 23, John Sullivan, on the carry for the Raiders, picks up the first down. So we've got a 1st and 10, and the football resting at the Tiger 39-yard line. That was all effort by John Sullivan. Nice run. Nice run. So Smirsky now barks him out with less than a minute left here in the second quarter. Raiders looking to get something on the board before the half. Drops it back, looks, fires down, got a receiver down there, and it's complete. And, oh, man, 89, Mike McMahon. McMahon on the reception. You got to hustle up, boys. Kyle Smirsky threw a nice pass. And, no, reception is what I meant if I said anything else. And he connects with Mike McMahon. So McMahon on the receiving end of that. 43 seconds left here in the first half, and the clock is running. They're going to have to hustle. Smirsky up over the center. McMahon on the near side. Handoff, second man through. Sullivan. Touchdown, Raiders! Jonathan Sullivan in for the score, and the Raiders are on the board. 6-6 with 27 ticks left on the clock here in the second quarter play. And that all happened as Smirsky hit McMahon on a nice, Tigers have called timeout. We're going to keep it right here, Jeff, as Smirsky dropped back and he floated a beautiful pass. The pass went over two Middlebury defenders' heads, and McMahon was there to reel it in and got it close to pay dirt, about the 1 or 2 yard line. And then the handoff to Jonathan Sullivan, as Sullivan got in for the 6 points. So it's 6-6 at this point right now. 27 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. That was a nice pass to McMahon to get it going, and then Sullivan just took it in, went in the end zone standing up. Nice play, Jeff. And Jeff Dodds doing a nice job here on the camera. Got all that action, and you'll be able to see this at a later date on Channel 15. All right, here we are. We've kept it right here as the Raiders are going to go for two now. We've got trips out to the left side for the Raiders. And Smirsky barks him out. 27 seconds left. Here's and nothing doing. The Tigers come up with the stop. And let's see who that Raider ball carrier was. 45. So 45, Sean Sullivan, unable to get in for the 2 points. Both teams back up the field. It's the Raiders 6, the Tigers 6. We'll be right back. All right. Back at Alumni, the Raiders have just tied things up 6-6. As it's the Tigers 6 and the Raiders 6 with 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. A beautiful pass play from Kyle Smirsky to Mike McMahon. And I got the ball down to about the Middlebury 2 yard line. And then the handoff to Jonathan Sullivan as Sullivan took it in from 2 yards out to put the Raiders on the board. The try for the 2 points, and the Tigers put the lid on that. And that's where we are at this point, 6-6 with 27 seconds left, and the Raiders will boot the football back to the Tigers. A couple of deep men down there. Try to get them for you. But it's taken by an up man. And Davin is going to make the stop. That's a nice open field tackle on number 88. 88, Sean Mulholland took the kick for the Tigers, and on the stop was Troy Davin. That's a nice hit in the open field, and the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 as they go to work at their own 32-yard line. 23 seconds. That took 4 seconds to run off. And here we go. Let's see what the Tigers. Well, we got to pick up a tee here. Nobody came out and got the tee. There you go. Mr. Official takes care of it. So the Tigers, time for one play probably as they bark them out. 15, quarterback, nothing doing right there. Nice stop on that play, and that was number 75. Alex Snyder for the Raiders coming up to make the stop. 2nd down and 10. That's going to do it. And that's the end of the first half. At halftime here from Alumni freshman football, it's the Raiders 6 and the Tigers 6. We'll be back for second. All right, we're back at Alumni 6-6 Tigers and the Raiders here. It's freshman football this evening on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds. As we see both teams meeting at midfield, are ready to kick the football here to start the second half of play. And we'll be back momentarily with football from Alumni. All right, back at Alumni here, and we have that's a future Raider star sitting on the bench there. That's Trey Davin, who is Troy's younger brother. Look at him; he's ready to go in. He's got the helmet all ready. He's waiting. And we're back in Alumni 6-6 as your score here as we get ready for the third quarter of play. The Tigers on the board first in the first quarter of play as they got in to make it a 6-0 score. And just before the first half came to an end, a dramatic couple of plays there for the Raiders. And we'll talk about that as we go along. But ready to kick for the Raiders is number 22. And that would be Nate Swan. As we get ready, I'm going to, we'll keep it right here. And I'm going to have to switch the lights on here in the press box. The kick is away. And look out, right up the middle. Still going. And he could go all the way. He is going to go all the way. Kickoff return, and I believe it was at 26 or 86. 26, that was Odell, Caden Odell for the Tigers, and he takes it back all the way to open up the second half. Well, there you go, just like that, the Tigers are back out in front here, 12-6. As you could see, looked like the Red Sea parting, and as Odell took it right back all the way for a touchdown. I'm trying to figure out where he actually picked that up. It had to be close to a 20 or 25 yard line, so it's got to be an 80, at least an 80 yard, 80, maybe a 75 to 80 yard kickoff return for Odell. And now they're going to go for the 2 points here. As Cobb is in there as the quarterback, the handoff, and he fumbled it. No, he didn't get in. He fumbled the football. The attempt for the 2 points, no good. Both teams back up the field. It's the Tigers 12 and the Raiders 6, and we'll be back. All right, back at Alumni, 12-6. The Tigers on top as Odell took the second half kickoff and ran it back all the way for a touchdown for the Middlebury Tigers to go up 12-6. The attempt for the 2 points was no good. 11:44 left here in the third quarter of play, and now the Raiders back to receive the Tiger kickoff. Back deep for the Raiders is Davin. That's Troy Davin, number 5. And then also back there, I believe, is 22, Nate Swan. So Swan and Davin are the deep men back for the Raiders. I'll tell you, this is an entertaining ball game. Now the Raiders here looking to come right back. It's taken by Davin. And Davin cuts it out. Back to the inside. And a nice return by Davin. Gets it into Tiger territory at the 45 before he's taken down there. Well, let's see where they're going to spot it. Looked to be about the 45. And they should have it 1st and 10. So Troy Davin with a nice return for the Raiders with 11:34 left in the third quarter. And the Raiders are back to the attack here, trailing 12-6. So here we go. It'll be Raiders football. Davin still has it. Now he flips it. Oh! Goes to Sullivan. He picks it up. And Sullivan was lucky enough to get back to the football. But where he picked it up was back in Raider territory. So the Raiders loss on the play. It'll be back at about the Raider 47, 48-yard line. So second down and a bunch here as they lost 6 yards on the play. So it's a 2nd and 16 from the 48. Davin back at the quarterback position as he was in there in the first quarter. Now he's back in there in the third quarter play. A couple of setbacks, drops it back, fires it downfield. It's got a man there, and there he is. McMahon on the reception. Well, I'll tell you, this kid's having a field day here. Mike McMahon. And a beautiful reception. But I'll tell you, it was a nice pass. Raiders have got a couple of kids that can throw the football. Davin did a nice job. And then in the second quarter, Kyle Smirsky hooked up with McMahon. So it's quite the combination as McMahon reels that one in. And it puts the Raiders in good shape here. They're in Tiger territory once again. And they're going to have the football at the Tiger 16-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 10:22 left here in the third quarter of play. Davin barks him out. Now this time he doesn't pitch it. He keeps it himself. And coming up to make the stop there was 26. That was Odell for the Tigers. But Davin got it down to the just about the 10. Just about the 10-yard line on the quarterback keeper by Troy Davin. So let's see what we got here now. It's a 2nd down and 5. And the ball at the 10-yard line. Raiders center, number 60. That's Corey Heck up over the football. Now we've got 22 out to the near side. That's Nate Swan. McMahon's on the other side. And the give is to Sullivan. Sullivan does a nice job, gets it to the 5. Jonathan Sullivan on the carry. So that should be a 1st and goal, I would believe. Yeah, it's a 1st and goal. The ball at the Tiger 4-yard line. 12-6. The Tigers on top. Traveling down from Middlebury this evening to take on the Raiders. In the first game of the season for both squads. 9:10 left here. Third quarter play from Alumni. Freshman football this evening. Davin barks him out. And that was a little bit of a mix-up, and they're going to pay for that one as Davin is nailed on a loss on the play back close to the 15. Looked like he was shaken up there a little bit. Was able to get back on his feet. Looked like 82. Peyton Hobbs makes the tackle for the Tigers. So a loss on the play. The Raiders had it 1st and goal at the 4. And, boy, they drop them all the way back to about the 13-yard line. So Davin comes off. And let's see, I believe Kyle Smirsky is in the ball game now. So Smirsky takes over, comes back in at the quarterback position. A couple of setbacks behind him. We got McMahon on the near side as a wide out. Drops it back, looking for McMahon. He's got him! And I thought he was going to get in again. I tell you, they're 3 for 3 between him and Davin going into the making the receptions. And, boy, that McMahon's got a pair of hands on him. It's nice job. That's a nice catch by Mike McMahon. So Raiders knocking on the door here. The 3rd down, and they got the ball at just about the 1-yard line. 7:35 left here in the third quarter play. Smirsky takes he's in! Kyle Smirsky, touchdown Raiders. He's in for the score. So Smirsky on the keeper. And Kyle makes it a 12-12 ball game. I knew it would be a great game. Anytime, I'll tell you, anytime the Raiders and the Tigers get together, I don't care what level it is, you're in for an entertaining evening. So it's a 12-12 ball game. 7:27 left here, third quarter, and the Raiders will go for two. Couple of wideouts on the near, or actually they got trips on the left side now. Smirsky rolls it out, and he's in trouble. Loses the football, it's not going to matter. So the play is blown dead right there at the 5. And he was looking, I think he was looking to hook up with one of the receivers as the Raiders ran trips out to the left. At any rate, both teams back up the field. The Raiders 12, the Tigers 12. We'll be back. Okay. Back in Alumni, third quarter of action here, 7:27 left. And it's a 12-12 ball game. The Raiders and the Tigers, freshman football tonight on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds on the camera. And it's been a very entertaining ball game to this point. There's the kick. And let's see, it's taken by 22, I believe. That's LeDuc, I thought, got tackled there. 14. 42 on the tackle. It looked like it was 26 on the return. 26 for the Tigers is Caden Odell. So Odell on the return, and on the tackle was 42. That's Chris Parker for the Raiders come up to make the stop on Odell. So the Tigers go to work here. 1st and 10. They'll have the football. 7:19 left in the third quarter of play. And the Tigers ready to go to work here. They'll have the football 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line, their own 37. And that's where they'll start here on this series. And in there at quarterback, I believe, is number 12. That's Cobb again, James Cobb. The handoff, nothing doing. And Borkowski, no, not this time. It's actually 75 and 70. And that would be Alex Snyder and Garrett Anderson in there for the Raiders to make the stop. So Anderson and Snyder doing the job for the Raider defense. The Raider defense looking pretty decent here as we the second half. Of course, they gave up the the Raider defense did. They gave up the long kickoff return to open the second half to the Tigers, but the Raiders came right back and knotted things up here. 12-12. Here we go. Handoff, second man through. Look out. This is Odell on the carry. And Davin come on up to make, and actually, I'm sorry, that was 39 on the carry for the Tigers. 39. That's Devin Bradford. Bradford on the carry for Middlebury. And Troy Davin coming up to make the stop for the Raiders. Nice tackle, open field tackle by Davin. But Bradford with a nice carry for the Tigers. And it'll bring up he was able to pick up the first down. 1st and 10 for Middlebury. And they are at their own 47-yard line with 6 minutes left here in the third quarter play. Raiders throwing a lot of kids in there, as have the Tigers. Everybody's seeing action this evening. Opening game of the season for both squads as they bark them out. First man through. Still got it. And finally dropped there by a host of Raiders on the bottom. Davin was in there. That was Odell on the carry, I believe, again. But Davin was there. Number 30 in there also was Tyler Ballard. Ballard in on the play. 51 checking out for Rutland. That's Matt Mazzarello as he checks out of the ball game, along with the 72 Clifton Jagodzinski. Comes off to the Raiders sideline. So it'll be a 2nd down and 1 for Middlebury. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Raiders. So the Tigers in in Raider territory. 2nd down and a yard. Handoff. And let's see. That's enough for the first down as they get it to the 40-yard line. On the carry, again, was Odell for the Tigers. And getting off the bottom there, we're going to give that to 70 for the Raiders. That was Garrett Anderson. Anderson on the stop. As the clock continues to run, the sun has set and the lights are on here at Alumni as we come to an end of another beautiful day, or beautiful late summer day in Rutland. And it's going to warm up tomorrow. We're going to get a couple of warm days and just keep it coming here as football season is here. Second man through, and nice play by the Raiders. On the carry was 44. Kelly Bouchard coming up to make the stop. The Raiders 91 was in there. Scott Theriault. So Theriault and company making the stop, and it'll bring up a second down and 10 now. Second and 10 for the Tigers. The ball at the Raider 40-yard line with 4 minutes left, third quarter. And again, James Cobb, Middlebury quarterback, first man through this time. And I'll tell you, the Raider defense, 42 and 45. Odell, the ball carrier, and Parker and Sullivan, Sean Sullivan, and Parker in there, Chris Parker, in to make the stop for the Raiders. So it'll be a pickup of 2 on the play, looking at a 3rd and 8 now. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. Clock continues to run with 3:20 left here in the third quarter of play. 44 for the Tigers checks out. That's Kelly Bouchard across the way. As Cobb barks him out. Full house backfield here for the Tigers. And that didn't look right the way it was. Oh, we got a pass, and Davin! He's all over the field here as Troy Davin comes in, gets a hand on it, but it made it enough to knock it away. And the pass goes incomplete. And it brings up a 4th down now, 4th and 8. And the ball at the Raider 38-yard line. So the Tigers here faced with a 4th down. Checking in is 75 for, that's Tony Doria. And if Jeffrey remembers, Doria played, had a relative of his, plays for Middlebury College hockey team. So that's Tony Doria, number 75. Doria, a familiar name in the Middlebury area. And the Tigers are going to kick it away, almost blocked. And the ball is going to roll into the end zone, luckily, because otherwise they're going to have to cover that. So it'll be a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 20. The Raiders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 2:54 left here in the third quarter of play. The Raiders will go to work and see what they can do here as we have a 12-12 ball game, a well-played game. Not a lot of penalties, and that's what obviously you look for. You try to work on those. If you're at this level, it's not so much about the wins and the losses. It's about getting the basics and the basic fundamentals down. And so when you get to that varsity level, you certainly at that point, then you obviously cut down on the penalties at that point. So the Raiders will go to work here, 1st and 10 at their own 20, as we have Troy Davin back at the helm here at the quarterback position. Setbacks, and the first man through. Still going. Now let's see who we got. 42 on the carry, and that's Chris Parker. So Parker on the carry for the Raiders. It's pickup of about 8 or 9 yards on the play, as he got it up close to the 30. So it's a second down and about a yard to go, and the ball at the Raider 29-yard line. Clock running, 2:10 left here, third quarter of play. Davin barks him out. Let's see if he hooks up. No, we got a whistle and a flag on the play. I think the Raiders left too early. False start penalty against the Raiders, so it'll be 5 yards. It'll drop it back to about the 24-yard line. So a second down and 6, and the ball at the Raider 24. And as we approach 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. So we got McMahon, the near side here as a wide out. As they bark him out, the handoff, second man through. And let's see if we got to get the number on that one. 40, what is it, Jeff, 45? No, 15. That's Justin Paulima. So Paulima on the carry that time for the Raiders. As Parker checks out. 31 checks in for the Raiders. That's Sarnowski, Daryl Sarnowski. So Davin now is faced, let's see, we got a 1st and 10 as they were able to pick up the first down. And the handoff, first man through. 31 on the carry. Sarnowski gets it up over the 35. Second down, and let's see what they picked up here. Let's see, about second down and about, I would say, 5. We'll call it 6. Second down, 6. The ball at the 35, well, 36-yard line, we'll call it the Raiders. Less than a minute left in the third quarter play. Handoff, and that's Sullivan on the carry. Gets it up close to the 45. Is John Sullivan. Sullivan's doing a nice job this afternoon running the ball. The Raiders doing a nice job mixing it up between the pass and the run. They've hooked up with both quarterbacks have hooked up with the with Mike McMahon, number 89 for the Raiders. McMahon now goes to the far side, and coming to the near side, Nate Swan. And let's see, Davin's going to take it himself, gets it up over midfield into Middlebury territory. And it'll be second down and about 4 or 5 to go as the third quarter winds down. Second down about 3. And the ball at the 48. So that'll do it after 3 quarters of play from Alumni. It's the Raiders 12 and the Tigers 12. We'll be back. All right, we're back in Alumni. Fourth quarter action ready to get underway here as it's a 12-12 ball game. The Raiders and the Tigers here. The Raiders have a second down and 3. And the ball at the Tiger 48-yard line. That's Davin. Hands it to Sullivan. This time they're going to have him. Or are they? Now they finally blow the whistle, but John Sullivan on the carry. 76 in there for the Tigers. That was, oh, okay, I don't have a 76. I was all set to say who that was, and they don't have a 76 on my roster. Son of a gun, I hate when that happens. Well, there's not much we can do about it now at this point. So it's 11:28 left here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders up over the football. Third down and 3. And the ball at the 48. Drops back. Davin's got a receiver. Makes it complete. And the pass is complete to Nate Swan, number 22. Coming up to make the stop was number 41, Gus Biederman for the Tigers. But the pass complete to Swan from Davin, so it'll bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. As they have the football at the Tiger 42-yard line. All right, McMahon comes to the near side as Swan is the wideout on the far side. And the give, number 15 across the way, turns the corner, still going. Had a nice block out in front of the play. 15 is Justin Paulima. So Paulima on the carry. And I'm not sure who got the block on that play, but boy, that was a nice play. Took out a couple of Tigers across the way. So it'll be a 1st and 10, and the Raiders are driving here. They have the football at the Tiger 30-yard line. 10:34 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Troy Davin, the Raider quarterback. A couple of setbacks behind him. As the pitch, that goes to Sullivan, and that was some hit. Boy, coming up to make the stop on Sullivan there for the Tigers, 41. Now again, that was Gus Biederman. So Biederman comes up to make the stop on Sullivan that time. As It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 now, as they ended up losing a yard on the play. 2nd and 11, the ball at the Tiger 31-yard line. This is a key series here for the Raiders as we have a 12-12 ball game with 9:50 left here in the contest. Davin drops it back, rolls now. Cuts it back inside, he's going to run. Still going. Finally, he's taken down there. I'm not sure who had the hit for Middlebury. It looked like 66. He got the tackle, Josh Clark. So Clark, who got the tackle, goes off across the way. And that'll bring up a 3rd down now. And the Raiders are stuck there basically at the 31-yard line. So it's a 3rd down and 11. The ball at the Tiger 31. So here we go. Let's see what we got going here. 9:05 left here, 4th quarter. We've got McMahon on the near side. And Swan across the way. Those are your wideouts. Drops it back. Looks, he's got a man down going for Swan, and it's picked off. Interception by the Tigers. And making his way across midfield into Raider territory. See if I can get the number of that Tiger player that picked it off. Let's see if he's coming back out on the field here. 39 looked like number 39, Devin Bradford. Looked like Bradford got the interception for the Tigers. So all of a sudden now the Raiders look to be driving here. They had a couple of plays that were stopped. They were at the Tiger 31, and Davin's pass is intercepted. So the Tigers are in business here with 8:45 left in the 4th quarter play. It's a 12-12 ball game. And the Tigers will have the football at the Raider 46-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 46. And take your pick. You either got Dane Lillestrand or Brian Ashley Selleck. There's 2 15s on Middlebury this evening for this contest. And let's see, the ball carrier that time. Lillestrand is? Okay, thank you. So we're going to give that to Lillestrand. Number 15. So that'll bring up, let's see, a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. You need to watch that. 7:55 left here in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Full house backfield, as it has been all evening for the Tigers, and that's the way they run things. First man through, and let's see, on the stop was 75 down there for the Raiders. That would be Snyder. On the carry, looked like number 11, Barber. Barber may have gotten the carry that time. He was the last man coming back to the huddle, so Barber on the carry. 3rd down and 4 now. The ball at the Tiger 41. Go right in. There you go. All right, 3rd and 4, 7:10 left here, 4th quarter. Lillestrand barks him out. And this time he's going to keep it. Across the way, turns the corner, and finally taken out of bounds. Was able to pick up the 1st down for the Tigers. 45 on the tackle. With some help, I'm not sure who else got in there, but 45 was Sean Sullivan. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Tigers to have the football at the 30-yard line of the Raiders. .6:58 left here in the 4th quarter. It's a 12-12 ball game. Barks him. Oh, well, it looked like somebody left early, but apparently not. There's the handoff. That's 26. That's Odell on the carry. And 75 got the stop there? 75 would be Snyder. Alexander Snyder makes the stop for the Raiders. So the Raiders here, defense will have to toughen up a little bit here as the Tigers got a nice little drive going here. Plenty of time left here. 6:26 left, 4th quarter. Second down and about 5, and they're at the Raider 25 as Lillestrand barks them out. Still got it. Now he pitches it the last second. 39, that's Bradford. And across the way, he's able to pick up a first down. And Paulima, the 15, number 15 on the tackle for the Raiders. I thought it was 18. I didn't see. Oh, it was 15. You're right. That's right. It was 15. So that was Justin Paulima makes the tackle for the Raiders. So 6:09 left. The Tigers able to pick up that first down. And they're knocking on the door here. They're at the Raider 15-yard line. We got 6:09 left in the contest, 12-12. And it's been an entertaining game this evening here. Freshman football from Alumni as both teams getting the season underway here, 2007. And we'll have more freshman games for you on Channel 15 as the season goes on, and hopefully we'll have some JV games also. We got a whistle and a timeout on the field, and we'll be back. Back at Alumni here, the Raiders defense here looking to make a stand here as the Tigers have it 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Lillestrand. And, there you go. Jonathan Sullivan coming up to make the tackle. And on the ball carrier, I believe, is that Bowdish? I think it was number 32, Bowdish. Alex Bowdish for the Tigers, but coming up to make the stop was Jonathan Sullivan, number 23, for the Raiders on the defensive side of things. Drops the Tigers back to the Raider 20, so a loss of 5 on the play. Second down and 15 now with 5:32 left in the fourth quarter of play. That is Lillestrand, the Tiger quarterback, as he barks him out. And the handoff, first man through, still going. Gets to the Raider 15, inside the 15 to about the 13. And 26 on the carry, but I don't know. Let's see who made the tackle. I think it was 31 for the Raiders. So 26 would have been Odell for the Tigers on the carry. And we'll give the tackle to number 31, Sarnowski, for the Raiders. We have a timeout on the field. We'll take a short break and be back momentarily. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers now. They're at the Raider 14-yard line. And we got a whistle. And a flag is down. And I think we got some movement there on the Tiger side of the ball. Let's see what the call is. It is against the Tigers. So apparently it was a penalty. It was an equipment penalty against the Tigers. So it is a 3rd and they lost 5, so it's got to be 3rd and, it was a 3rd and 14. It's got to be 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19, I believe. At any rate, the Tigers are in a hole here with 5:01 left, fourth quarter. And a handoff, second man through. Nice play by the Raider defense. Get the number. That was Kyle Smirsky coming up to make the stop. Number 41, Gus Biederman. So Biederman, the ball carrier, Smirsky, the tackler. And a nice open field tackle by Kyle Smirsky. So we're looking at a 4th down now for the Tigers, 4th and about 11. And the ball at the Raider 15 or so, well, we'll call it the 16-yard line. We got a timeout here taken. So we'll take a short break and be right back. Okay, back to Alumni, 4:33 left here in the fourth quarter of action. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds this evening from Alumni Field as the freshman football season gets underway. Big play here in this fourth quarter. It's a 4th and 11. The Tigers have it at the Raiders 16-yard line. Rolls it out. Looking, he's got a man in the end zone, and he's still going. Finally, they get him. 45 there for the Raiders was Sean Sullivan. And someone is shaken up on the play here. We're going to keep it right here just for a second. And we're going to, with 4:23 left here, 12-12 is your score. And we'll take a short break. We'll be back. All right, we're back at Alumni here. 4:23 left as the Raiders had a timeout for an injury. And coming off the field, number 75, Alexander Snyder, was the Raider player shaken up as he was helped off the field. 4:23 left here in the fourth quarter, and the Raiders have taken over. They have a 1st and 10 now. So let's see what they can do here with 4:23 left. As Alexander looks like to be I don't want to speculate, but looks like it could be an ankle or a leg, some type of an ankle or a leg injury for Alexander. Here's the Raiders, 1st and 10. And look out here. He had a full head of steam. It looked like, is that 23? It's Sullivan, I believe, got the call. Jonathan Sullivan, number 23 for the Raiders, as he's had a good evening here running the football for Rutland. It's 12-12. That's another first down for the Raiders. 4:05 left here in the fourth quarter of play. And it's a 12-12 contest. Freshman football this evening at Alumni Field here on Channel 15. 1st and 10 now. The Raiders will have it at their own 31-yard line. So there we go. They're in business here, trying to put together a nice drive here to look out. A couple of yards on the play and then taken down. 15, that's Justin Paulima on the carry for the Raiders. And I'm not sure who got the tackle there for the Tigers. At any rate, it brings up a 2nd down and about 8. There was a gain of 2 on the play. So 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders. The ball at about the Raider 32-yard line as Paulima checks out. And the Raider quarterback is Kyle Smirsky, number 12. As Davin was shaken up, he is in there though. There's the pitch, and it goes to Sullivan, trying to cut it outside. Gets around the corner, and Jonathan Sullivan, nice job, up over the 35, over the 40, and he gets it about the 42-yard line, where the Raiders will have it 1st and 10. 2:57 left now in the fourth quarter, and it's a 12-12 contest between the Raiders and the Tigers here, opening it up for the 2007 season here at the freshman level. Raiders coming up here. Number 60, Corey Heck, as he has done all evening, as the Raiders center. Smirsky barks him out. Couple of setbacks behind him. We've got McMahon on the near side, and somebody got off too early, I believe. Whistle, dead ball fall. It'll be a false start against the Raiders, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So they'll be dropping that back to about the 37, 38-yard line, right around there. So that'll bring up should be a 1st and 15 now. 1st and 15 for the Raiders, and the football at about the, we'll call it the 37. 2:30 left, clock running here at Alumni, fourth quarter. And again, McMahon comes to the near side. And on the far side is Nate Swan. Here's the pitch back. Davin going to try to cut it around the corner if he can. And he does that. He gets it over the 45 and finally wrestled to the ground at about the 46 or 47-yard line, right around there. That's where the Raiders will have it. 2:09 left here in the fourth quarter. And they'll put the ball down right about at the Raider 46. So that's where they'll go. So they'll have a 2nd down and 7. As Smirsky brings the play in from the sidelines. It's number 74 in there. That's Andrew Borkowski. Some of these kids there for the Raiders are going both ways there on the offense and the defensive side of things. McMahon out to the near side. Swain out to the far side. Those are your wide outs. Smirsky going to bark him out. Rolling back. Eludes one tackler. Fires it downfield. He's got McMahon there. And he makes the catch. Mike McMahon makes a leaping catch. And I'm telling you, the kid hasn't dropped a pass this afternoon. McMahon reels that one in. And the Raiders here with 2 minutes left have a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 29-yard line. 12-12. with 2 minutes to go. There's your 2-minute warning. Here we go. Clock running now. We're under 2 as Smirsky filed a beautiful pass, laid it right out there for McMahon. He reeled it in, and the Raiders are in business at the Tiger 29. They got a man in motion. That's Swan. And a handoff, first man through 42, trying to get around the corner. Picks up maybe a yard on the play. That would be Chris Parker, number 42, the ball carrier for the Raiders. It's wrestled to the ground. I'm not sure who the Tiger defensive player was on that play. We'll give it to 64. Let's give it to Derek Swinhart. So Swinhart makes the tackle. Got a timeout on the field. And we're going to keep it right here because we want to let people know that we are going to be doing, we're going to, our schedule thus is this year, we're going to try to get as many of those freshman home games in here at Alumni this year on Channel 15 as Jeff Dodds will be on the camera. And then we're going to try to work in hopefully some JV contests also here at Alumni Field. So Channel 15, we're going to try to, like I said, get the younger kids in here at the junior varsity and freshman level here, and we enjoy doing it, and we know that the kids really do enjoy. They look forward to that on Channel 15 as bringing your way public access television here, Channel 15, and it is for the public, and that's why they call it public access. Anybody and anyone in the county, Rutland County, can go into Channel 15 and put any or film a program, whether it be sporting events or anything of that nature, and go in there, film it, and put it on Channel 15. This will be broadcast on Channel 15 at a later date, and you'll just have to call down there and find out when it's scheduled to be put on. We are here. We've kept it right here at Alumni Field. The Raiders driving here with 1:31 left in the contest. Kyle Smirsky, the Raider quarterback, barks him out. They're looking at a 2nd down and 8 here as Smirsky drops back, looks for McMahon. He's there, and he's got it! Oh, it goes incomplete! McMahon had it, and he bobbled it. It went off his fingertips. You could hear everybody was kind of holding their breath here all at once, and the ball just off his fingertips. But I'll tell you, the kids, he's made things exciting this evening at Alumni. Couldn't quite reel that one in, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Raiders as they have it 3rd down and 8 now. And the ball at the Tiger 26-yard line. 1:24 left here in the contest at Alumni. Freshman football tonight, and it's been a great one. The Raiders and the Tigers, they never seem to disappoint, I'll tell you. Now we got a whistle and we got a timeout. Yeah, we're going to take a short break. The Raiders call timeout. We'll be back. All right, here we go. We've got 1:24 left here in the 4th quarter, and this thing's going to go right down to the wire. 3rd and 8, so the Raiders will have to make something happen here in the next couple of plays, or the Tigers are going to have one last shot at it here as Smirsky barks them out. Let's see now. The pitch back to Davin. Davin, he's going to throw it wide open, and he's got it. And into the touchdown, Raiders. 22, Nate Swan. Razzle-dazzle here by the Raiders as Smirsky, the quarterback, pitches to Davin, the other quarterback that's been playing tonight. And they run the option. He throws it to Swan, and it's a Raider touchdown here with 1:15 left, and it's 18-12 Raiders. Well, you got that right. So here we go. The Raiders are going to go for 2 now. As it's been a great game, it really has. And here we go. The Raiders going for 2. 1:15, plenty of time left here. And they've got trips out now to the right side. The Raiders have, let's see, McMahon's out there. 42 is Parker and also Sullivan. Smirsky looking for Sullivan. Looks like he wanted to go to Sullivan. The ball goes incomplete. Actually, it was number 22, Swan. Wanted to go to Swan. But at any rate, both teams back up the field. The Raiders now on top. The Raiders 18 and the Tigers 12. We'll be back. Okay. All right, here we are, 1:15 left in the fourth quarter of play. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds tonight here at Alumni, as it's been freshman football getting the season underway. It's been a great contest, 18-12. The Raiders have just scored on a pass play from Troy Davin to number 22, Nate Swan. So Davin to Swan on the halfback option. And it's 18-12, the Raiders now. And the Tigers will have a chance as it's picked up by one of the up men. This is, I believe that's 12. That's Cobb. James Cobb on the return, number 12 for the Tigers. And I'm not sure who got the hit there. Was that 89 McMahon? Well, there is a Raider player down. And I think it looks like looks like number 34, Tim Engler. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back. All right, back at Alumni. That was 34 got injured. That was Tim Engler, and being taken off the field. So we're back here. Hopefully he was able to get off with some help, and nothing. Hopefully nothing major for Tim. As we have a 1st and 10 for the Tigers now, as they'll have the football at their own 34-yard line. 1 minute and 8 seconds left in this one here at Alumni. And the Raiders have an 18-12 lead. We've got a fumble, and it looked like the Tigers were able to recover that as the number 12, Cobb, the Tiger quarterback, able to cover the football. So we have a 2nd down and 10. We're under a minute left here. Raiders 18, the Tigers 12. It's been a great one here from Alumni. Great way to open up this season here at the freshman level. First game for both squads. Another fumble, and I'm not sure if the Tigers were able to get that one back this time, but I got Cobb there having some trouble with the no, this is a Raider football. So the Raiders have recovered, and they're going to have the football with 24 seconds left here in the contest, and they'll have the ball. It'll be a 1st and 10, and it'll be inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line, and all they got to do is take a knee, and that'll probably do it here. But I'll tell you, it's been a good ball game tonight from Alumni, as the Raiders and the Tigers went at it as they usually do. And again, I have to say that I've done a lot of these games over the years at all levels. And anytime the Tigers and the Raiders get together, you can bet on it's going to be a great contest. And so that'll just about wrap it up here from Alumni. There you go. That's the end of the ball game. The final score: the Raiders 18 and the Tigers 12. And we'll keep it right here. We'll do some recap on the scoring. The Raiders, the Tigers got on the board first with a score of 6-0. As they went up 6-0 with 4:04 left in the first quarter, and then the Raiders came back to tie things up, made it 6-6. As a run by Sullivan, a 2-yard run. But to set that up was the pass play from Kyle Smirsky to Mike McMahon, and that was the first Raiders score. And then the Tigers went back out on top to go up 12-6. Second half kickoff, and they took it all the way down to make it 12-6. The Raiders came back in the third quarter to make it 12-12. On a pass play to McMahon, and then on the pass play that won it for the Raiders in the fourth quarter was set up on a halfback option. Kyle Smirsky, the Raider quarterback, and he pitched to number 5. That would have been the Troy Davin, the other quarterback that's been used this evening. Took the halfback option and he passed. Davin passed and he hit number 22 for the Raiders, Nate Swan, for the go-ahead touchdown. So that's the way it ends up here at Alumni. For Jeff Dodds, this is Mark Carboneau. The final score once again, the Raiders 18 and the Tigers 12. We'll see you down the road.